you just asked a Virgo what she wants to change.
Does that mean
so
everything?
many things.
I don't know if you know about Hot Seat, but basically it's a game where you ask a question and we'll just go back and forth.
What is your go-to karaoke song? And will you sing it for us?
What is your most embarrassing fashion trend that you used to rock?
This is going to be really morbid, actually.
I was like, because my last question's spicy. Because how do you bring up things that happened a decade ago? Like, hey, I'm just curious. I guess more than a decade. Oh, yeah, you're old.
Thank you. This is Sistas Declassified, the podcast where
Taylor
and Taryn,
your virtual sisters, share experiences, insights, and of course the juicy secrets that never leave the sister circle.
From navigating the millennial rat race to untangling the complexities of relationships.
We've got you, sis.
So shh, listen up. The Declassified combos are starting now.
Welcome back to Sistas Declassified. It's Taylor
and Taryn.
And we're here with another week's episode. Last week, just kidding, we're going the other way around. We're doing just how we are doing right now. That was the leaf from the plant fell off.
I was like, what happened? I was so invested.
The plants are dying. Anyway, yeah, so how are you? How's life? How's it hanging?
Honestly, this week is a lot better than last week. I still need to make a doctor's appointment. But my hormones were all over the place. Well, I guess for really like 2 weeks. It was like a week and a half where I was just like all over the place, anxiety everywhere. I was crying a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got my period, and then it was like the heavens opened up and my mood changed, my energy changed. So
that'll do it.
Yeah.
Although, I won't get into my health practices, but you gotta eat differently before your period.
I know. And I knew I messed up. It's just like it can be challenging to be there for yourself when you don't want to be there for anything. And I don't mean like that sounded really dark. I didn't mean like be there for anything like I want to die. Mm-hmm. I meant like I want to sit and be able to sit and feel no guilt in sitting, but I always feel guilty when I sit, and it's just made worse when like there's also a physical component to it.
Gotcha. I'm trying to practice my skills from our last episode of being a good listener and not offering solutions.
I appreciate that. But that was 2 weeks ago. You asked about this week. This week, feeling a lot better. Energy's better. Was more productive. Got stuff done. Well, and I'm here with you filming the podcast. So that means a lot.
Woo-woo. Oh, are you practicing your admiration?
I wasn't, but I guess.
Look at that.
I guess.
It was genuine admiration, everybody. But that's good. I'm glad your week was going better this week.
What about you?
The last week. My last week's been all right. I juiced. I was telling you that off camera. So that was nice. I made celery shots. And just so you guys know, if you buy the little shot glasses from Amazon that are like this big with the black lid and they're glass, don't put them in the freezer because
it cracked, right?
It exploded.
I wouldn't have thought it would explode, but I would have thought it would have cracked.
It exploded in my freezer, yeah. So I had to learn that the hard way. Then I went back to the Amazon reviews and I typed in freezer, and there's a whole bunch of people that say do not in all caps, and I just never thought about it. I thought I was really onto something, like, oh, I could freeze these because your juice doesn't last that long, only 2 to 3 days. So I was like, I could freeze these little ones and have all my little shots ready for me. Take them out at night and da-da-da-da.
Well, could that still be true? Just not with those glasses?
But I think unless it's tempered glass, like it'll be an expensive, like,
it's an investment.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'm that invested in my juice right now. Or, I don't know. I'll figure it out. But that was the most exciting thing that happened this week. We made gingerbread houses. No, not houses.
Gingerbread
what did we make?
men.
We made gingerbread men. How'd you see?
Brandon posted in his Instagram story.
Oh, yeah. He decorated those.
Yeah, they were like ninjas, high flying and everything. I don't know if they just saw my foot. They did.
They might have. But yeah. So we did that yesterday. So he likes gingerbread men and he was very excited to eat them. So
I mean, I know that Brandon's excited if it makes it to social media. So
yeah,
I believe that.
yeah, they've been in our cabinet for a while now, and he is wanting to have them. They were cried honey, and we didn't have any. So
Did they
yesterday
taste
we
good?
had honey. I mean, I don't like gingerbread, but
That's fair. We still have a house we didn't make, but maybe we'll.
we actually have a village.
No comment.
But yeah, so
no judgment. You're being your authentic self.
You have an issue with my gingerbread village?
I just didn't know you were the gingerbread village type.
I mean, every year we get a house. When we make it, it's questionable, but we always get one and we build it. Yeah. But anyway, so that was my week. Oh, one other fun thing that happened. My supervisor had to tell me that I haven't been turning in my notes on time. But I mean, like, I've been telling on myself that I haven't been turning in my notes, but like then her supervisor finally was like, "Hey, what's going on with Taylor's notes?" She was like, "You know what I'm gonna say, right?"
She's like, "The people noticed, so you know."
Now I gotta tell you.
I was like, "So the only thing I can do is come to you and say the people noticed."
Yeah, basically. So
don't make me have to follow through on whatever I gotta follow through on because the people noticed.
Yes,
that's the type of boss I like.
No, yeah, I feel like because I'm transparent with her, she can be transparent with me, and then we get each other.
Yeah, you don't have to do a lot of extra. I love that.
So my notes are going to be on time.
It's good.
Hopefully. But yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. I know last week we were talking about our 10 steps to fostering connection. So our goal this episode is that we are going to be our authentic selves, right? That's step 1. And our best way to figure out how we could be our authentic selves here, like in a themed kind of episode, was to play Hot Seat. And I don't know if you know about Hot Seat, but basically it's a game where you ask a question and the person has like, I don't know, do we want to say 30 seconds, 1 minute to answer the question?
Let's go a minute.
Okay, so 1 minute to answer the question, and we'll just go back and forth and we can see what we'll learn about each other. We got to answer authentically and honestly. Some might be spicy questions, some might be funny, some are somewhere in between. Maybe we'll get a little deep. I don't know. But stay tuned, and I kind of encourage you guys to play this with your family or your friends, people that you might want to ask them stuff about, but like don't know how to jump into the conversation. Put them on the hot seat and see what happens.
And just for setup purposes, if you do want to try, we pulled a bunch of random questions from the internet, and then we came up with a couple of our own of like the burning questions. So you could start off light and then get to the heavy stuff.
Also ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Not a big AI person, but why not ChatGPT something?
Okay. First question's for Taylor. What is your go-to karaoke song? And will you sing it for us? Just a little bit, a bar.
I will not sing because it's not in me right now, but I am a lyrical genius. And just kidding. I'm gonna say this for my cousin. She knows who she is. But my auntie said I am a singing star, and I will believe that until I die. But anyway, karaoke question.
Sips tea.
Is either No Air, Jordan Sparks. Right? Is that Jordan Sparks?
Yeah, Chris Brown, Jordan Sparks.
I could sing that top to bottom. Or Superhuman, Carrie, what's her name? Hilson? Carrie Hilson. And
Superhuman?
No, not Carrie Hilson. She's what is she? Super something. But Superhuman, Chris Brown, sorry.
I was like, Carrie Hilson.
I'm still answering. And lastly, what's the one? Alicia Keys, No One. Those are my jams, and I'll karaoke them down.
Wait, run through that list one more time. That was a lot of songs. I wasn't expecting so many. I also didn't know you had a karaoke list ready to go. We should go do some karaoke.
We'll see about that. But see, Brandon likes to karaoke, but we haven't gone in a long time. But those are my.
You have mics at your house,
and I sing on those. Anyway,
just privately,
yeah. But yeah, the songs were Superhuman, No One, and
No Air. A lot of Chris Brown.
I know lots of Chris Brown. Don't cancel me. I'm being authentic, okay? All right. My question for Taryn, though. What song do you secretly know all the lyrics to, but you've never admitted in public? Now you're admitting it in public.
This is hard. Did you start my timer? I gotta think fast.
No, I didn't, but let me get it.
It's okay.
Go.
I recently made myself learn the lyrics to the song. It's a City Girl song. No bars.
I don't know what songs are called, so you're gonna have to sing it because you know all the words.
I really don't want to though because it's pretty explicit.
Okay, just give me like, what's the chorus? Come on.
I can do like the beat into the chorus. But the first line is "pay for this."
Oh,
right. Like I literally can't do.
And what's the reason for you learning all the words to this song? Because I still have 23 seconds.
It's something about it. The energy it gives me while I sing it, I enjoy it. And the first time I heard it, I was like, "That's a bad bitch song." And every night, I just told you I was crying 2 weeks ago. Sometimes I need
you needed some bad bitch inspiration.
I need bad bitch inspiration, and JT gave it to me.
Got it.
But I can't sing it because we're trying to keep it PG-13.
Are we?
For now.
Well, okay, got it. I think I know that guy. Sorry, I just saw an Amazon driver. Okay, but anyway, that's cool. I'll have to look up that song when I get in the car. I don't know if I know it. I think I do, but I mean I do, but I want to see what she was singing. So,
like I said, the first line I can't even say.
I heard.
Yeah. Okay, you're up next. Taylor, what is the most unusual talent you possess that no one would know you had by just looking at you?
Oof. Let me set my timer. I'm gonna run out of time because I don't even know the answer.
The craziest part is we had access to these questions and we could have come up with our answers and we just didn't.
Secret talent? Oh, I know. I can find anything.
Elaborate.
When something is missing, I can find it. Like not just my things, but other people's things.
Okay.
It's just like I have to sit and really think about like, where do I feel like the energy of this thing is?
And it's specific to finding things.
Yeah.
Okay. So like if you had to find like a person, like if you were a detective, it wouldn't work the same.
I mean, I haven't tried it.
Okay.
I've never closed my eyes and said, "Where's Billy?" Like, no, I have not done that.
Where's Billy?
But things. If something is missing, like you misplace something, you can find it.
I'll keep that in mind the next time I lose something.
Okay. The only thing though, my friend had lost a taco packet the other day, and we went to the store and bought the taco packet. Like I know it existed. Sorry, that's loud. I'm gonna turn that down for the next round. But I know it existed, and it disappeared in her house. And
like taco seasoning.
It's been gone. I don't know.
Did you just disprove your talent in the same store?
No, I think the baby did something with it, but
okay.
I didn't disprove my talent, guys. I really can't find stuff. But
they tried to make a show about that on whatever channel Bones originally came on. I don't remember.
CBS?
Yeah, maybe it's CBS. They tried to make a spin-off of Bones called The Finder, and it had like 3 episodes. It didn't make it. Finding stuff.
They should have used me. But yeah.
Yeah, it didn't. I don't remember the actor. It's not Josh Duhamel, but it's a guy who looks like him.
I don't know those people.
I know. It's not a black actor. She don't know their name.
At all. Sorry.
Okay. Anyways. Next one.
Okay, me asking you. I took a picture so I could have them up.
Oh, smart. Even though they're right here.
Okay, whatever. All right, your next question. If you could swap lives with any celebrity for a week, who would it be? And what would you do?
A celebrity.
Okay, or how about we just say someone with influence?
Okay. I'm considering like what I'm gonna take this way too far. I'm considering what their schedule would be because like on one hand it sounds cool to switch with Beyonce, but on the other, like, do I want to be exhausted after? Or I want to feel like I went on vacation.
But okay, you'd switch with Beyonce? No. Okay, not Beyonce.
Not Beyonce.
You got 36 seconds.
I just have influencers on the brain, which is unsurprising. My mind wants to go to Jackie Aina for some reason.
I could switch lives with Jackie.
Like something about her life seems peaceful. She does what she seems like she does what she wants to do. She's booked and busy, but booked and busy at things where she wants to be and only where she wants to be. She always takes her time to get to look good, to get there. Like she has all the things, all the skills. I feel like Jackie
Isn't she
Aina.
also a Virgo? I think she is.
She might be.
That's
Virgo
why.
sis.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Beyonce's a Virgo too.
I know.
Which is funny that I said her first. But yeah, Jackie Aina.
I could see that. And what would you do? I know we ran out of time.
I feel like Jackie is not me at all. In that, like, she's very glam. She cares about her skin, her body. Like, she takes time to do that stuff. So I would do that. I would like pretend to be Jackie, and then I like making content, so I would make the content about it too. You know.
Okay.
But I do it from her mansion.
I know her house does look nice in the little clips.
Her living room looks clean when she comes down. Like, she has a robe warmer,
a towel warmer.
Mm-hmm.
Very elegant.
Jackie, it is. Let's switch, girl.
Okay. It's your turn to ask a question. Right. She's just sipping away.
I was over here daydreaming about Jackie Aina's house. All right. Next. What is your spirit emoji?
Oh yes, I remember. I had to think about this. Yeah.
And wait, there's more. What is your spirit emoji and why does it describe you perfectly?
Okay. So we'll put it on the screen for YouTube, but it's the emoji. There's two. There's always two, right? The karaoke, there's three. Anyway, but it's the emoji with the upside down smile because it just shows. Well, actually, I send them together. So the emoji with the upside down smile, and then the emoji that looks like,
with the squiggly mouth.
The squiggly mouth, and
that kind of looks like maybe he's sick, but not really.
See, I don't think about it as maybe he's sick. He looks like, ugh. Like, okay. To me, he looks like...
Well, that's like disgusted. Like,
yeah. Ugh. Okay. I could see that. So I put those two together because they always represent my indifference about things.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So when somebody asks me to do something and I don't want to do it, but I feel like I should, I'm going to send you those two emojis. Or if I made a mistake...
That's accurate.
And I'm telling a story about it, I'm going to send those two emojis.
That's also pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm. Or, something happens at work and it's so annoying, and I text somebody to tell them how annoying it is, I'm going to send those emojis too.
Okay.
But then it's like, I might tell you, have a great day. Send an upside down happy face.
And what does that mean? How does that changes the meaning?
It just means it's like, so excited.
But all the sarcasm in the world.
No, I'm not being sarcastic when I send it that way.
But why is it upside down?
It's just because I'm kind of quirky, so.
Okay.
All right, but that was my question.
Okay.
Oh, I can see the question. That one's easy. Taryn, what is your most embarrassing fashion trend that you used to rock?
I sadly have quite a few. It took a little bit of soul searching and Facebook and MySpace looking. I wasn't able to log into my MySpace, but I did get onto Facebook. Mm-hmm. I saw that. And I think I'm between two things. The first is just there's a time period with the half up, half down and the front bang that mm-hmm. I really stuck with. And I really liked having a big bang across the forehead.
But everybody had that.
Okay, but isn't that the question?
But you were embarrassed about that? I feel like that's one everybody
I'm embarrassed looking at it now.
Oh, I think bangs. But yeah, I hear you. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it's specifically the bang with the half up, half down. Like when I look at pictures of myself from that time, I'm just like,
did you actually choose that hairstyle? Because if I recall, Mom liked to put us in some half up, half down.
This was high school, so I mean, I think I had some say.
I think you had some say, but like, did you do your hair?
I could, but again, choices, right?
Okay.
Like, anyways, so the bang with the half up, half down is on the list. Everything just goes back to hair. The other is that for a while, I thought it was very necessary to pop my collar. We went to private Catholic school, and aside from cutting up my polos to cut off the sleeves and tying them up to make them tighter so they fit like, form fitted as teenage girls like. I also would, no matter what I was wearing, even if I had a sweater or a jacket on over it, you needed to see my collar and it needed to be popped up.
Look like a vampire.
Thank you. That I probably could have done
I can
without.
concur with you about that.
And it was a while.
Those
and
are fine.
It was for a while that I probably.
I don't remember how long it was, but I remember. I recall pictures of you. Like she took pictures this way.
It probably had to be a good chunk of junior year of high school.
Mm-hmm. All right. Sounds good.
Okay. We're going to get a little deeper into this.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking back, not too far, to your college days.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of far, but yeah.
Okay. It's not that far. What would you say is your biggest highlight and your biggest regret? And it doesn't have to be like academic. It could be personal. Just like what from that time period when you look back, you're like, that was amazing, and oof, I would have done that again.
Probably most amazing. Well, I have two parts that I would say are amazing. I have I don't know, my college experience is split in two because the first 2 years I wasn't in a sorority. I had friends, and I appreciated those relationships. We hung out every single day.
Mm-hmm.
We had wine night every day. We did everything every day. We had a whole group of people. We would come together and hang out, and even named our house and things that we did. So that was fun, and I think most memorable. And then on the flip side, I think the best thing I did though was join AKA and making those relationships with my line sisters and whatnot. I would say they brought my closest relationships that I have now in adulthood. So I'm very thankful for that. And then I regret being in a relationship for my whole college experience.
I feel like it just
I think it limited my behavior sometimes. There's things that I probably would have done or engaged in that I didn't get to because I was so worried about somebody else and not myself. So yeah, I think I would have probably enjoyed the last 2 years of college more if I would have been by myself.
I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
See, this is why we ask these questions.
Would have never known. Okay, mine was, what is something in your life that you would think, I'm sorry, I can't read. What is something in your life that you'd like to change but find it too challenging?
You just asked a Virgo what she wants to change.
Does that mean everything?
Many things. Well, it's obviously not everything, but I think everything can be better.
Okay, but really when you sit and think about oh, I want this thing and I can't do it, or I have a roadblock.
I would say, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think sometimes I wish I was brave enough to explore other career opportunities. And by that, I mean, I've been at the same company for a long time. And so 10 years, basically most of my working life.
Mm-hmm.
And so in hindsight, I'm like, dang, I wonder what life would have been like had I decided to switch gears and do something else. That said, I like where I am right now. But I feel like I'm not making the most of the freedom and flexibility I have. And so I'm just not sure where I want to go with that yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel a little stuck because on one hand, I'm like, you should just pour more into this role and do this thing. But then it's yes, but also, 40 hours a week is 40 hours a week. So what do I do at the other time? And I don't know. I just feel a little stuck because I'm in unfamiliar territory. And so I just don't know how to navigate it fully yet and make the most of it because ultimately I'd like more money.
Mm-hmm.
And so
we all.
And so I'm I know staying with the same company, I've already in some ways maybe limited the growth that I could have had moving around. Mm-hmm. But knowing that the current position I'm in allows me flexibility to do other things, what can I do to capitalize on the time? And that I don't know. I guess I'm doing a podcast.
Mm-hmm. But it's not during your work hours, right? Because technically you're No
I
offense.
know.
She does work during her work hours, guys.
All right, don't get me in trouble. So last question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my last question for you. We're gonna get even deeper. I'm just kidding. That was really
I
dramatic.
was like, because my last question's spicy.
Oh, okay. Well, mine's not. Just a little deep. If you were, this is gonna be really morbid, actually. If you were to pass tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
looking back on your life, what would be like the one thing you'd be like, damn, I wish I had done that?
Wish I had done.
Yeah. Done, gone, seen, told.
I feel like for the most part, I do what I want to do, or like say what I need to say. You know, unfortunately, that's usually a problem, right, of mine, is that I say too many things. um, but
Okay, let's rephrase it a little bit because it was
yeah,
kind of hard to answer. If you know you're going to die tomorrow, what's one thing you got to do before tomorrow?
to do before
Or like
tomorrow
that you'd want to do? You'd want to check it off your bucket list.
in 24 hours though, because I feel like it would be like some sort of traveling thing. I don't know. I'd want to go
Sky's the
somewhere.
limit.
Skydiving. I would want to do that.
Hmm.
Also, I think I'd want to like free dive in the ocean. Only because
You're going to die.
no. Well, I think that's how I died in my past life. I think we talked about this before, but anyway, I won't get all into that today. But I would be so curious to know, like, what it'd be like to free dive in the ocean. Maybe I would. Never mind. I'm joking. That would be a death sentence for real.
What?
Skydive into the ocean.
Can you do that?
No.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
so.
a thing.
I don't.
Yeah, it's not a thing. I made that up. But you said if
Right, sky's the limit.
and I'm gonna die anyway.
She would skydive into the ocean.
Try to land onto a boat though, maybe, then jump into the ocean. Because I think if my parachute would make me drown. So yeah.
I can't say I would have known that would be your answer.
There you go.
I mean, I don't know you to be in water like that. Obviously, you've never jumped out of a plane. So, okay. Learn something new every day.
In my mind, I'm adventurous.
I mean, you adventure.
Mhm.
Like, you're adventure-esque.
Yeah.
You like to hike and whatnot.
Mhm.
Just, it's like the extreme sporting is where you teeter.
I would definitely extreme sport.
It's not that you wouldn't, but you don't, and there's a reason you don't.
People don't want to go with me.
You could join a group. People go. The white people go.
You've hit the nail on the head. Next question.
Phew! You're supposed to be asking me the next question.
My next question is kind of silly. But I've just always been curious about this. When did you lose your virginity? How old were you?
Oh my god! Before I answer that question, really quickly.
Hey, mom and dad.
Hopefully they're not listening. Black people do hike and go outside.
Oh yes, I know. There's definitely groups.
Galen just went.
Well, yeah, he has that group, but then there's also this Niggas in Nature group. If you live in the Bay, it's NEGUS. But yeah, they go out and hike and stuff. Interesting plug. Choice. Yeah.
So she can go into nature.
Yes, I can. And that group also was teaching you how to swim in the ocean, which is pretty cool. I have not gone to the events just yet, but I look at them all, and I commend you guys for your efforts in nature. Because yeah, Black people do get out there, and we're the original explorers. Okay, next.
Okay, so back to Taylor's question. Now that I've had a moment to clutch my pearls,
we're declassifying here.
I was gonna say, who said I did?
I mean, you're married, so I hope so.
Hey, you never know. No, I'm just kidding. What do you think is the answer to that question? You literally have no idea?
No clue. Why would I know?
I don't know.
Exactly.
You just no guess. Okay. I was 19, sophomore in college. It was just before sophomore year of college.
Yeah, I would not have guessed that.
What would you have guessed?
Younger.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I could see why you would guess that. That does surprise some people, but
we'll get to the story another time. It's not a 2-part question. Maybe an off-camera question. Anyway,
I told her not to ask me these things, and look at her asking
No,
me
she
these
said not to
things.
ask me things that would tell about someone else. That didn't tell about anybody but you.
I guess, but if I told the whole story,
Right, not on
then,
camera.
Then you'd know he's an awful person. But it's okay.
See, I couldn't even guess who maybe she's talking about.
You have no idea.
See?
But
you see how little we speak, people? This is why we have to foster connection.
The only thing I will say is that from that scenario, I learned how real karma was. And not that I didn't know, it was just like, that was the first time I feel like I felt karma act on my behalf.
You got hit by a car?
No, it's not quite that dramatic. But
you had a baby?
No. Soon after our mess.
You had an STD?
Oh, God. Soon after our mess, I'm at home on winter break.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a call in the middle of the night. He's cussing me out. I have no idea what's going on. Mind you, I haven't spoken to this person in many days. And he's like, "You're crazy. You know what you did." I am asleep on Willamette Way. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody fucked up his whole car, slashed the tires, keyed it. The car was a total mess. And that just let me know
our ancestors don't play about us. That's what it told you.
And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Sounds like you keep the same energy for other people, which makes me feel a little bit better. And good luck.
Well, that's lovely. I'm happy for you.
And I knew karma was real then and there.
I'm sure you slept like a baby for the rest of
the night. I did.
Mm-hmm.
On that little futon bed in Dad's office.
Oh, that's awful. That was not a good place to sleep.
I was sleeping fine that night.
Well, that's impressive. If she slept well that night, that's impressive. Anyway, those are the end of our hot seat questions today.
Did get a little spicy, a little drama at the
end.
Drama.
But I think I learned a little bit about you that I didn't know.
And I would say the same.
Yeah. So hopefully we can continue to have some more hot seat times or things, or I don't know what I'm trying to say. But hopefully we have more conversations that bring up things we maybe don't know about each other.
Without needing a timer and a hot seat and a camera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because how do you bring up things that happened a decade ago? Like, hey, I'm just curious. I guess more than a decade. Oh, yeah, you're old.
Thank you.
Right. Well, like I said earlier before we started playing this game, we encourage you guys to try to hot seat with someone that you maybe want to grow your relationship with and want to learn more about, but don't necessarily know how. This is a fun way to learn some more things. So yeah, join us next time for Sistas Declassified. Bye-bye.